All right, you guys
ready to
go? Me too. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And action. Whoa. What the? Weather delay.
NFL, football, beer, because you're about to get blitzed.
We good?
I think so.
Man, enough with the weather delays in the NFL, please. I mean, really?
Seriously. All right, welcome to Blitz, your weekly NFL buzz from your neighborhood bar. I'm Rebecca. That's Trav. We've got Stats Guy Barfly, and as you can see, we're missing somebody today.
That's right. Barkeep is on holiday. Every September, he heads down to Antarctica and spends a week with polar bears. We miss you, Barkeep.
It's his bye week. Okay, so week 2 was crazy. We learned a lot, but let's focus on what it means for week 3 and beyond. What's our first tap? Trav.
All right, first on tap is, oh man, look at this thing.
He does it all.
About 4 hours after the lightning delay, the Seahawks dismantled the 49ers 29-3. I know it's early in the season, but they sent a clear message. The defense was relentless. They held Kaepernick to no touchdowns. It was his worst game he's ever played. Beast mode, 3 touchdowns, was just strolling into the end zone. Sherman with a key interception basically erased Anquan Bolden, and Sherman was, well, Richard Sherman. RZ, you know how I feel here.
Yeah, we all know how you feel about it.
Are the Seahawks going to lose at home this year?
I don't know, maybe not. Their schedule is pretty light. And I know that the one thing we learned Sunday night is that no team in the NFC wants Seattle to get home field advantage in the playoffs. Obviously, It's early. We're only going into week 3. But there's a reason Seattle's at the top of the power rankings. And I'm going to say it right now. If they get home field advantage, Seattle's going to the Super Bowl.
Unbelievable. In the words of Pete Carroll, what a freaking night. All while breaking the record for the world's loudest stadium.
Careful though, the Chiefs are going to try to break that record on October 13th when they play the Raiders.
And in case you're wondering how loud it was 136.6 decibels. That's as loud as a Boeing jet flying in front of your face.
Whoa.
And that's how we woke up you this morning. If we didn't wake him up, he wouldn't be here.
No. All right, next tap.
All right, let me grab my hook hand.
It's so creepy.
No.
All right, so the Dolphins are undefeated. Who would have guessed? Besides Trav. They had a big win over the Colts. Tannehill is 1 year wiser, an improved D, addition of Mike Wallace as a deep threat. They are looking much better in Miami. Also, the Patriots are struggling. So, are the Fins a serious threat in the AFC East?
Tom Brady was fired up on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And I would be too if my receivers weren't running their routes. He's obviously frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, though, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think the Dolphins are going to challenge the Pats for the AFC East crown. Although I'm sticking with my predictions. They're going to get the wild card. And I got a little factoid for you. It's a little factoid time. Since 1990, 63% of teams that start 2-0 go to the playoffs.
That bodes well for the Fins.
That's right.
All right, last tap.
Okay, last on tap. Little 3 and out. All right, RZ. Which teams are going 0-3?
All right, first, the Steelers. Oh my goodness, do they look terrible. Mike Tomlin said it best when he said, there's a certain amount of misery in the position we're in. Not good. No protection for Big Ben, no run blocking. One bright spot, Antonio Brown, who's on my fantasy team. And next, I've got the Browns. Oh man, I really wanted to like the Browns this season, but not happening. Brandon Weeden is out with a thumb sprain, which doesn't seem that serious, except when you're a quarterback, you need all your fingers.
Right, yeah, you need those.
Who you got for 0-3?
Okay, I'm starting with the Redskins. Okay, RG3 just does not look comfortable to me. And when you bring up the word bench, and that's what's happening right now in Washington, it affects the locker room, it affects the fans.
Yeah, but is that media or is that Shanahan?
Well, I think Shanahan should stand up and say that he's sitting RG3 until his leg is better because he's not 100%. He is not 100%.
How many NFL players are playing right now that aren't 100%?
But yeah, but this is their savior. This is their leader in Washington. Make sure he's able to play. You can tell he's not comfortable out there.
No, and defenses know that, and they are shutting them down offensively because they know he's not going to run.
Garcon said yesterday that he's just not as fast as he can be with that knee brace on, and I think that he's not 100%. I don't want them to ruin this situation.
All right, who else you got?
Everyone spent all offseason focusing on the Jets. What about the Giants? They have 0 running game, okay? They average 1.27 yards per carry. I got the G-Men losing in Carolina, and I got them going 0-3.
That's kind of the battle of the biggest losers because whoever loses that game is going completely defeated.
That's right.
And we don't really need to address it, but Jacksonville, they're definitely going 0-3.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jacksonville.
I think so. And you don't have to apologize for Jacksonville. Jacksonville already did that for them.
8 teams are undefeated right now, but after week 3, that number is going to dwindle like the amount of people at a Tim Tebow rally in Jacksonville.
15.
Who's going 3-0, Trav?
All right, 3-0, the Bears. Trestman is making the right calls here, and Jay Cutler is in a good mood. And when Jay Cutler's in a good mood, he plays good football. Look at that smile right there.
It's because he's only been sacked one time.
And my next pick, this is bold. Hang with me here. The Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to beat Atlanta and Miami. Atlanta does not have a running game. Steven Jackson is questionable right now. Miami going 3-0. I'm calling it.
Atlanta does have a great air attack, though. Okay, so my team going 3-0, the Kansas City Chiefs.
You love the Chiefs.
It's because I think in 30 for 30 storylines, the whole worst to first thing. Yeah. I love it. And it kind of goes without saying, but both Denver and Seattle are going 3-0.
Oh, yeah, that's obvious. Okay, lots of injuries heading into week 3. I know my fantasy team is struggling. So to get to the bottom of these injuries, our very own doctor here for Blitz. Let's send it to you. Doc, are you there?
Hello, NFL football fans. Welcome to your injury report. I am Dr. Watkins with your Week 2 injury report. I'm an intern at UCLA Medical Center, and I am just very excited to be doing this right now. Okay, let's start off big. Big story is Ray Rice of the Baltimore Ravens has had an injury. It's a flexor strain injury, so not sure what a flexor is, but, you know, I'm an intern. I'm still learning. You're still learning. We'll figure it out. Isn't that when you do that with your arm? Whatever. Anyway, weird thing is he didn't get the injury from a tackling like that. He just was receiving a pass from Joe Flacco. So, you know, note to the opposing team, if you want to injure Ray Rice, just throw him the ball. I guess that's all you got to do, right? Anyway, running back for the Packers, Eddie Lacy, had a helmet-to-helmet hit, which gave him concussion-type symptoms, otherwise known as a concussion. I mean, I don't know why we're making the distinction. It's not like you have gonorrhea-type symptoms. I mean, you pretty much just have gonorrhea, right? I mean, whatever. Anyway, lastly on our list, a running back, Maurice Jones of the Jaguars, has suffered an ankle sprain. Jaguars coach Gus Bradley described his ankle as being a little loose, and that's just a little gross, if you ask me. All right, that's it for your NFL football injury report for Week 2. I'm Dr. Watkins. I'll see you guys next week.
Where do we find these people?
I don't know. Our experts are not really experts.
All right, we're handing it to our very own stats guy Barfly for this week's fantasy advice. Hugh, you know what? There's no barkeep. Why don't you get back there and make yourself a cocktail?
I will do that.
Look how
Go
happy
do
he
it.
is.
Jeez.
It's week 3. By now, you've had a few weeks to get to know your fantasy team, but we all have those boom bust guys on our bench. Who to start, who to sit. Stats guy Barfly / barkeep is going to make himself a cocktail while he gives us a sit start for this week. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready, yeah, of course.
I think so.
Okay. Zaccard, do you want a drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you making, Mclane?
Oh, don't worry about it, my friend.
All right. David Wilson or Ryan Matthews?
Oh, it's gotta be Ryan Matthews. Fumbleitis with David Wilson, come on.
All right. Joyke Bell or Trent Richardson?
Oh, I gotta go with Joyke Bell on this one. I'm sorry, Reggie Bush is injured.
Yep. DeAndre Hopkins or Aaron Dobson?
Ooh, gotta go Hopkins. Andre Johnson's injured, so.
All right. And now for a flex play, Lamar Miller or T.Y. Hilton?
Oh, there is a debate there of debates right now,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
they're both on my team, so help me out.
I gotta have to say Lamar Miller on this one. And that got my.
That's a good shake.
Cheers.
Is this an old family recipe or?
You have no idea.
Don't do
How
that.
old?
Don't do that.
Oh my God.
All right, that's it for Blitz this week. We got an exciting week 3 ahead of us.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football tonight.
Andy Reid's homecoming in Philly. Chiefs or Eagles?
Well, I know you're taking the Chiefs.
Obviously.
Eagles, if they can get some defense, you got to stop those third downs. This is Blitz. Tweet us at Blitzed on Tap.
Like us on Facebook?
Of course. Thanks for tuning in again. Are you kidding me?
What?
Seriously! Enough with the weather delays!
NFL, football, beer, cause you're about to get blitzed. That's right, America's favorite web show about football and cold beers. It's called Blitzed. Now get ready to get blitzed.